January.Prime Minister Theresa May badly loses the meaningful vote on her ill-fated Brexit plan and concedes, "I have to reluctantly consider the remote possibility that it might just be because nobody actually knows what my plan means." However, she has let off the immediate hook when Jean-Claude Juncker, president of the EU Commission, is arrested for lewd conduct after a 2 a.m. frenzied hair-ruffling incident with two female EU translators in a Brussels bar. "My memory of the incident is distinctly nebulous," he says in a statement. Germaine Greer celebrates her 80th birthday by handcuffing herself naked to the gates of 10 Downing Street. "Anyone fancy a bit of real female empowerment?" she cries. On the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' final public appearance on the roof of Apple Records in London, Sir Paul McCartney announces he is retiring with immediate effect. "It's time to let it be," he says. In even worse news, Ringo Starr announces he is to continue making music. All Britain's main airports and railway networks are paralysed for a week after a member of the public mistakenly tells police they thought they saw Transport Secretary Chris Grayling actually doing his job. February.Valentine's Day is cancelled as part of the ongoing Me and Time's Up. Germaine Greer celebrates her 80th birthday by handcuffing herself naked to the gates of 10 Downing Street. "Anyone fancy a bit of real female empowerment?" she cries. On the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' final public appearance on the roof of Apple Records in London, Sir Paul McCartney announces he is retiring with immediate effect. "It's time to let it be," he says. In even worse news, Ringo Starr announces he is to continue making music. All Britain's main airports and railway networks are paralysed for a week after a member of the public mistakenly tells police they thought they saw Transport Secretary Chris Grayling actually doing his job. February.Valentine's Day is cancelled as part of the ongoing Me and Time's Up. Madonna appears on national television wearing a gold tooth brace sporting the letters "I hate men" and "snarls." Today is the day love, romance and seduction officially died. "It will be the end of sex, procreation and therefore mankind. Whoa, wait, peoplekind. But women of the world, we're free at last." Radical feminists throw man-free street parties while the other 99% of the world's women shake their heads, buy themselves chocolates, flowers, jewellery, and lingerie, and sigh, "What have you howling cretins done?" On February 17, to celebrate Random Acts of Kindness Day, President Trump tweets that Meryl Streep is a brilliant actress and a beautiful lady. Streep responds by denouncing him as a disgustingly misogynist, objectifying imbecile. Trump then opts for a less random act of unkindness by tweeting, "Meryl Streep's a total loser," on screen and in her own mirror. At the Oscars, Lady Gaga wins Best Actress for her dazzling performance in A Star Is Born and announces she intends to run for president in 2020. If the criteria for high office in America now is to be a blonde, big-voiced fame monster, I'm perfectly qualified, she says. It's the Chinese Year of the Pig, so as a gift to his special friend President Xi, Donald Trump lifts trade tariffs on all porcine-related objects imported from China, so long as they bear a resemblance to Meryl Streep. March.as no-deal Brexit terror gathers momentum, sterling plummets against the dollar. During the Euro 2020 qualifying game against the Czech Republic at Wembley, controversial England star Raheem Sterling is booed by sections of the crowd after unveiling a giant pound sign tattoo on his face. "I'm sick of unfair media headlines attacking Sterling for sluggish performance," he explains. The UK crashes out of the EU on March 29 with no deal. To Remoaner's astonishment and dismay, the country doesn't instantly collapse. But the logistical mayhem that ensues is a monumental pain in the ass, and Theresa May is forced to call another general election. The people voted in the EU referendum to Brexit, and the people voted again in the 2017 general election for two main parties that both said they would enact Brexit, she said, but it's now clear that the people had no idea what they were doing So we'll ask the people to vote again on something they are still too stupid to understand. The breathtaking irony of a British politician talking about stupidity and not understanding Brexit is not lost on the people. On the 5th anniversary of gay weddings being legalized in Britain, Jeremy Clarkson shocks petrolheads by coming out and announcing he is marrying his longtime colleague Richard Hammond. Turns out the great love of my life wasn't myself after all, he coos. April. The Duchess of Sussex has her baby on April 1st and in a sharp break from royal tradition declares her new arrival is gender fluid and will be known as both Oprah and Oliver. Is this a bloody April Fool's joke? Splutters Prince Philip when informed of the news. Meghan also confirms she wishes to be known as a co-parent rather than mother and orders Prince Harry to wear a papoose 24/7 to expunge the last toxins of masculinity from his poor emasculated soul. In the U.S., Special Counsel Robert Mueller completes his investigation into alleged Russian collusion with the Trump campaign during the 2016 election and concludes there wasn't any. However, he does indict Trump's 3 elder children, Donald Jr., Ivanka and Eric, on allegations of dodgy real estate dealings 10 years ago. This was never about Russia, explains Mueller. This was always about payback for Hillary not winning. The Democrats instantly moved to impeach the president anyway for high crimes against fashion, hair, civility and public discourse and the additional misdemeanor charge of repeated deliberately aggravating offenses against liberal snowflake sensibilities. Witch hunt, tweets Trump, instantly pardoning his kids.